Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Broadcasted from Konami HQ in downtown Tokyo, it's the world-renowned Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the MGS4 Integral Podcast. I'm Sean Eystone and I'm here with Aki Saito.
Hi everyone.
And producer Kenichiro Imaizumi.
Hello, how are you guys?
Okay, this is our third edition of the Integral Podcast. I've been holding up.
It's alright, been busy but surviving.
Yeah, what have you been guys up to these days?
Time goes really fast.
I mean, come on. You've been working on some new stuff, right, guys?
Oh, you want to know something?
Yeah,
new
just
stuff,
a little. What have you been doing, Ken?
Well, we have been planning next
Yeah.
project.
Cool.
Project.
What? Project? Did I hear an S? Project? Wow. Okay. And Sean, you're quite busy as well.
Yeah. Not a lot of pre-production, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think all the listeners are wondering what, Vision Production's up to these days. And yeah, I'm planning another European trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think maybe Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, you're coming with me, Ken.
It's my country.
Not yours, but
It's your people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, we've been working, now we're in February, so everyone's still hopefully keep on playing MGS4. And for the people who have not, I'm pretty much sure they're listening to this podcast because they want to know what they missed out.
Yeah, well, there's also a lot of people who may be playing MGO.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
they're still playing the game in some form or another.
This is really good chance to replay this game, and you will find out like something that you didn't know and you didn't find, and something very interesting.
So I think there's a lot of people who may be just playing MGO and haven't gone back to play the original game in a while. So it's a good opportunity.
All right. Okay, let's go on with the show, Sean.
Okay, so we're going to lead you through this stage, and today we're going to go through the Mountain Trail Riverside stage.
This is the second part here.
It's the latter part of the South American stage that we started 2 weeks ago. So if you recall, we just crossed the river, and we're tracking down Naomi, and we're going to pick up where we left off last time. And just to remind everyone, there are sections in this game where we'll tell you to use, say, an item like Solid Eye.
Yeah.
Just remember that you can't have the Solid Eye and iPod equipped at the same time, so just go ahead and switch it out. The iPod podcast will pause, and when you come back, you can just pick up where you left off. Likewise, if you get spotted by an enemy, just go ahead and do the same thing and pick up where you left off once the situation calms down.
If you put back your iPod back on, you can resume where you left off.
Right. Yeah,
So,
the iPod has that feature. So.
Okay. Sean, let's start the latter half of this tracking.
All right, everyone. So load your game, and you should be right around the water right now.
Near the waterfalls, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is head up here and look at the other side, the opposite bank of the river, first of all, because we want to get our bearings right. So go ahead and put your Solid Eye on in night vision mode. Take a look at the ground, and let's see if we can find Naomi's footprints.
Yeah, I don't see this. I don't see her.
They're not. They kind of vanish on the other side of the stream here. You can't use your old tactic anymore, right?
Right.
But there is something that you can do.
Right.
This requires a little bit of puzzle solving on the part of the player. You don't see the high heel footprints anymore. But if you look very closely, you'll see that some of these footprints are a bit heavier than others.
Oh, meaning someone really stomped hard.
Right. Just really trudging through.
Yeah.
With a lot of weight, which you can deduce means.
He's a fat guy.
Yeah.
Fat and heavy, macho guy.
No, of course
no.
not.
So, of course, someone's carrying Naomi, right? So, the idea being they came into the river, they carried Naomi across and brought her up on the other side, possibly to keep her from getting wet, possibly just to trick Snake.
Okay, let's walk along, follow this heavy footprints. You see there's a separation of paths to right and to the left. Okay, so let's take a left path. And are we gonna walk up to the place where...
So we'll get some grass. So go ahead and go through the grass.
So this grass technique still works, right?
Yeah, the grass technique works. Okay, so you come to this kind of wide open area.
Yeah, so...
If you look right, you'll see, especially if you have the Solid Eye, there is a Haven Trooper laying in wait. And this is a good time to switch off your Solid Eye, actually, because these troopers have actually had a lot of training. And, Haven Troopers can detect your Solid Eye if you have it on. So put that Haven Trooper to sleep. Okay.
Okay, Sean, where we head next? We took her to sleep.
Right. And then what we want to do is take the path that's next to that one.
Oh,
to
the
left.
left one, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So let's take the left path.
Let's go walk up ahead.
There's some rocks and
Some rocks and grass.
Rocks and grass, and we're walking up this way, yeah?
And you'll hear something.
Yeah. So we're gonna crouch down. Make sure you stop.
Right. You hear kind of, Naomi calling for help.
Yeah.
Sounds like. So kind of head out, and you'll see some grass, and there's like a shack here. So just be careful here because there actually is a Haven Trooper waiting to ambush you here. Up on the cliff to your right.
Okay.
So kind of crawl up to the edge of the shack. Look up to your right, and take out the Haven Trooper.
Oh, you see the Haven Trooper
Yeah.
right, kind of like next to the rock
Yeah,
on top of the
there's,
cliff, right?
Yeah, like kind of a boulder at the top of the cliff, just
Okay.
kind of between there. Kind of hard to see because she's in the grass.
I see, I see.
Just go ahead and put her to sleep.
Okay. And then now, what are we gonna do with this location?
Okay, so now let's go ahead and head into this shack.
Inside, yeah.
And you can hear
No.
Naomi calling for help.
Mm.
We turn the corner,
This is Nate.
and we hear her voice kind of, repeating itself and sounding a little odd. And the real identity is revealed to be this radio here.
This is
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's so special about this?
Shoot the radio. Take out your gun because there's actually a cool little feature here
Okay.
when you shoot it. Save me.
Yeah.
So there's some really cool sound processing going on here. So when you shoot it, the tone kind of falls and slows down and eventually stops. Originally this wasn't going to be in here because it's kind of hard to do, and we had a really tight schedule.
Yeah.
Everybody was pulling all-nighters in the office, and we're like, oh, we want to do this with the radio, and people were just like, no, no, we don't have time for that. But the programmer responsible for this radio really wanted to put it in also, and so he went ahead and did it anyway, when nobody really was paying attention. And one day we came in and destroyed the radio and found out that this feature was in there, and of course everyone was happy. So
Cool.
just a little bit of trivia, and just to point out that it's all being done via program. It's not an audio sample that's slowing down.
Oh, I see. It's programmed.
Right. So he actually did that via the program.
Cool. All right.
All right.
So we go
can
out of
go-
this shack,
yeah.
and then where do we go next?
Okay, let's just head right back to where we came from.
Okay.
So go back to that wide open area.
So we're gonna take the route that we came. So then from the shack, it's the right side, and of course we won't hear Naomi anymore.
Right.
And then we're in this open area, and where should we go?
Okay, so you're gonna come to this big, wide open area. I think ahead of you there's gonna be a tree to your left, kind of like a dead stump of a tree, kind of to your right.
Yeah.
So kind of, go between there. I guess the easiest way to do this is go up to that dead tree that you see to your right. Look down at the ground using your solid eye, and you'll see Naomi's footprints heading to the right. So
So we're gonna follow this way this time?
right. So this time we're gonna follow Naomi's footprints.
Okay, got it. All right, let's follow Naomi's footprints and through the grasses again.
And this is probably a good time to switch off your solid eye if you have it on.
Okay. Why is that?
Because there is another Haven Trooper.
Haven Trooper.
Trooper up
Yeah,
ahead.
they will notice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go slowly from here into this, shadowy, dark kind of, and also bright on the left.
Stop.
Stop?
When you get to the end of this kind of narrow corridor,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of a dark, shadowy area. There's like an arch up ahead of you.
Okay.
You'll see an arch to your right, and directly to your left, there's a Haven Trooper
Okay.
hiding behind a tree.
Yeah. He's here.
So, if you'd gone the other path, of course, she would be waiting to shoot you, but since we followed Naomi's footprints, we got the jump on her. So let's go ahead and put her to sleep from behind.
There you go.
Okay.
Right. And now, I think it's a good time to explain a little something that maybe some people aren't aware of regarding, ways that you can get items from enemies. It's kind of more of an advanced technique, I guess. Some
Yeah.
people may not be aware of it, but you can actually hold enemies up by drawing your gun on them
Yes.
from behind and do a body check to get weapons from them.
Okay, well, we're gonna try that using her.
Right. So
Okay.
let's try that using the Haven Trooper. And the reason for that is that I want to point out that there are variations to this body check pattern.
Cool. Okay.
To do this easily, we put the Haven Trooper to sleep. To easily hold her up, go next to her and wake her up. So
Okay.
crouch down,